All right, today we're gonna make some knockoff Texas Roadhouse rolls along with the cinnamon honey butter, obviously. First off, grab a small pot, add 1 cup of milk. Put this on the stove, medium heat. Once you've got that cup of milk nice and hot, you're gonna add 2 tablespoons of butter to the mix. You're just gonna let this sit, hang out. You want this to be warm, not hot. Set this aside for the time being. Next, 1/4 cup of warm water, not too hot. You're gonna bloom 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast, just a pinch of sugar, and a quick swirl. And you're gonna set this aside to bloom while your milk cools. All right, after your yeast has bloomed, you're gonna add that to a large bowl or a mixing pot if you're using a stand mixer like I am. Otherwise, a large bowl is perfectly fine. And then you're also going to add your warm buttermilk mixture. Followed by 1/4 cup of sugar and 1 cup of flour. And a single egg. You will then beat on low until entirely mixed. Don't forget to stop and scrape your sides. All right, now that that's all mixed together, you're gonna start adding in 2 cups of flour, a 1/2 cup at a time. Turn it on low, scrape the sides. Keep doing that until it's all incorporated, 2 full cups. All right, after that 2 cups of flour, you have a nice smooth texture. You can still see everything sticking to the side of the bowl. You're gonna start by adding in a 1/2 cup of flour at a time, slowly, until you see it start forming a dough and pulling away from the sides. It may be sticking on the bottom of the bowl a little bit, but that's fine as long as the sides start separating. You're good. At this point, I would put it on low, medium low, or knead by hand if that's what you're doing. That's fine too. Let it knead in the mixer or by hand for a good 5 minutes or so. Once your dough's nice and smooth, go ahead and grab yourself another bowl, decent sized, at least as big as your mixer bowl. So you're gonna put your dough into your oiled bowl, give a good drizzle of oil on the top, give it a good rub around, make sure it's all covered. You can cover the top of the bowl with a wet towel or some saran wrap. As long as it doubles in size or more, you're good to go. All right, it's been about an hour and a half, and this is beautifully risen, easily doubled or over doubled in size. Now that your beautiful dough is nice and risen, here, set this aside. Flour whatever surface you're working on. Now take a knife, dough scraper, cut your dough into reasonably like sizes. They don't have to be perfect. You should end up with around a dozen. Now you're gonna take these, fold the bottoms up into each other. Just fold it, fold it, fold it, fold it, fold it, fold it, fold it. Just keep folding that bottom into itself, just like that. You'll feel the outside getting tighter and tighter, just like that. You're gonna place these on parchment paper on a baking dish, just like that. Now keep doing that to all of your pieces and fill up that baking dish. All right, there you go. After you get your balls all rolled up nice and taut, put them on your tray, oil them, or put a wet towel over them. You're gonna let these rise for at least another 30 minutes or so. In the meantime, you can preheat your oven to 350 while these hang out. All right, after these have had about half an hour to rise and puff up a little bit, you're gonna throw these in your preheated oven for maybe 12 minutes or so and check on them. And while that's in the oven, we're gonna make our cinnamon honey butter real quick. Grab yourself a bowl, spoon, and a stick of salted butter. Room temp, make sure it's softened. 1 teaspoon cinnamon, 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and 1 tablespoon of honey. And just keep mixing together until it's fully incorporated. After a few minutes, you should have something that looks a little like this. Nice, spreadable, smooth, honey cinnamon butter. Now if your rolls are almost done, we're gonna set this to the side. Put 2 tablespoons of butter in a small bowl, melt it in the microwave. Take your rolls out, give them a good butter bath. And after they're all covered, you're gonna wanna put them back in. Not long, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. All right, now that they're golden and all that butter soaked into the top layer, now you gotta wait. Give them at least 5 minutes to rest. All right, after these have sat for around 5 minutes, they are ready to go. Look at that. Oh yeah. So fluffy. I mean, you can, they're squishy. They pop right back to shape. That is just beautiful. All right. Lather that stuff on. You can't have enough of this cinnamon honey butter. It is so good. All right. Moment of truth. Oh yeah. This piece isn't even making it back on the plate. Nope. Yeah, so good. I highly suggest making some of these. They'll become a staple. Whether it's for dinner, dessert, just to have to snack on occasion. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. Like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. I'll catch you later. Bye.